In Montana, when you have a complicated medical issue, you're often sent out of state to see a specialist. But there's actually one specialist in western Montana who's kind of bucking that trend. Pregnant mothers from all over the region are being sent to see Dr. Bardett Fausett at Missoula's Community Medical Center. Now, he's a maternal fetal medicine specialist who kind of focuses on treating babies and mothers while the baby is still in the womb. Dr. Fausett is this week's Montana Treasure.
Montana Treasures, brought to you by the Green Light in Missoula.
I was married and had a child by the time I had finished college, and I was trying to figure out how to support a family and go to school. Joined the military to go to medical school. I spent a total of 25 years in the Air Force. So as I left, I was getting ready to get out of the military, a colleague of mine, he talked to me about this place, Community Medical Center, and talked me into coming up for an interview. And neither Annalee nor I, my wife, nor I had any real connections to Montana, but when we came up here, we were just kind of blown away.
You're not worried, are you? No, oh no.
We take care of women with complicated pregnancies.
She's Fausett.
Some of the most interesting things, I think, are fetal therapy. So we get involved in trying to do things to fix babies in the womb. One of my good and bad personality traits, I guess, is not quitting very easy. I always have to check myself and doubt and think, you know, if 9 out of 10 maternal fetal medicine physicians would not do this, am I wise to do this? Or am I wise to try? Or everybody quits now. Should I try one more thing? It was either that baby is not going to make it or we try. So yeah, we've done some things that maybe others haven't done. I get nervous about it, but yet you can't help when there's a human being and human lives and you're trying to help a family to do everything you can.
All good.
You'll be okay. That when you go through hard things with people, there are so many people I've just come to love, and I don't use that word lightly. I mean that. Just by working together through hard things. You know, I know there's a lot of people that have had an impact on me, and so hopefully I've done some good and have had an impact on them.
Now, I reached out to a local parenting page on Facebook to try to find a mother who had actually seen Dr. Fausett and who was willing to share her story with us. Well, folks, within a matter of minutes, we were actually overrun by the amount of responses we got. Dozens of mothers told us without Dr. Fausett, their baby may not have survived. Now, so many women wanted to share their stories. We decided to get them in a room together and maybe do a little surprise visit with Dr. Fausett. After the break, there are emotional stories of struggle and triumph, and the moment Dr. Fausett realizes he's not there for a follow-up interview. Dr. Bardett Fausett actually joined the team at Community Medical Center in 2014. So in the 5 years that he's actually been in Missoula, he's helped more than 1,000 mothers with complicated pregnancies. Now, some of those mothers have started calling his youngest patients Fausett babies. So we organized a gathering of these Fausett babies and their parents and actually got to surprise Dr. Fausett, who just thought he was coming in for a few follow-up questions. Take a look.
I was a high-risk pregnancy from the start.
I was admitted to the hospital for about a month, almost before they were born.
At the time, I really didn't know what preeclampsia was.
He found an aneurysm in her umbilical vein.
As I learned about preeclampsia, I wasn't sure if we both were gonna live.
Zane was 1 pound, 12 ounces.
If he was gonna go or if I was gonna go.
Yeah, it was so scary.
These guys were in the NICU for 54 days and 69 days.
I have never had anyone call me on a Sunday. I have never, ever had a doctor who cared about me the way that he did, who I really felt cared about me the way that he did.
You know, it was a terrible situation, but he just was always so positive and uplifting, and here's Zane.
He's a good guy.
Very good guy.
I wrote him a card. I've never experienced in a medical setting a provider who valued my opinions and my thoughts and even my anxieties in the way that he did. It's really, really a rare gift.
When we made it through 100 days in the NICU, I had all of the doctors and nurses sign it. Dr. Fausett typed up his own version of a Dr. Seuss poem and all about the troubles that Zane went through while I was pregnant with him. Very, very special from Dr. Fausett. Because he loves you.
Oh.
We're here to say thank you so much.
We're just so lucky to have someone like him in this area, and I just want him to know how much we appreciate him.
Saved my life.
What?
Dr. Fausett saved my life.
Oh. Can I have that? Can I have that?
Awesome stuff, right? I mean, there's just so much more to this story. We only really had so much time in the newscast, so we actually placed an additional story on our website. So you can visit abcfoxmontana.com. You actually can hear about a procedure that really went terribly wrong and the quick thinking that led Dr. Fausett to try kind of a first of its kind procedure to stitch one woman's womb back together. That's a story you can only find online. We're going to be right back after the break.